Donald Trump just won the election. The stock market is on fire right now. And on top of all of this, we have the upcoming holiday season around the corner. So we have my top 5 stocks to go over for the month of November. Guys, let's start it off with my favorite one, the biggest and best stock out there as of right now, Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. None other than this one is my top pick for the month of November. Guys, Nvidia, you cannot ignore this one. This is a top stock to watch out for. It has rallied for the past year now. Post stock split, this thing has been a monster. We started the year at around $50 per share post split and have ran all the way up to $148 at all-time highs right now, and we're about to blow through 150 and head up to the 160 and 170 area, which will take us to even higher highs. Now, the thing I like most about Nvidia heading into earnings is the fact that we are starting to get this rally, this pre-anticipatory hype. Now, I want to be able to watch this one on the sidelines as a trader until we get a little bit closer. Long-term investors, just keep making that money each and every day. For you short-term traders that are trying to get in, let's see what happens here over the next 2 weeks before earnings. Try and play off of those big plays, those big moves. And then with earnings, I think it's going to be another big blowout earnings, which is going to cause a stock to rally. We've seen it time and time again with the past earnings with Nvidia, and I like the odds that Nvidia moves higher off of earnings. And because of that, I think it's a great opportunity to trade in the short term, and I think it's a great investment for the long term. So if you're not in it for the long term, I highly recommend doing your due diligence and getting into the stock, trying to get on some sort of pullback. If you can get it back below 130, that'd be ideal. We got this area of support here, which I don't think we're going to see this stock below 130 again, but we could. But yeah, 130 is definitely an area I want to watch. And then we have a little bit more of a support resistance thing going on around 115 that we've seen before, and then all the way down back at around $100. And then just like that, guys, we've drew out some support and resistance areas that we got to watch out for with the way the stock trades. So if we break through 150, goodbye. The next area down to the downside is 130 to 132 range, and I think that you got to watch out for that as a nice area of support. So let's see what happens with this one moving forward. I like Nvidia for the short term. I like Nvidia for the long term. I think it's a winner either way. Next stock on the list is Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Now, this is a COVID play that a lot of you might have heard of years ago that wasn't doing a whole lot for several years, actually. And then finally, we have seen Palantir start to make the moves that we've been looking for. This past year has been actually a very, very strong year. And then this anticipation up to earnings and the whole talk around AI has pushed this thing over the edge. All-time highs right now at $56. Another very, very hot one. I think you got to get into Palantir for the long term as a more of a play that it's a little bit more skeptical in certain aspects. I think it's definitely a play you got to play in your portfolio. It's not like your Nvidia, Microsoft, your Apple, your Google, but it's definitely a play that is something that you want to put some of the eggs in this basket because of the fact that Palantir is a great name that is in the AI space. They deal with government contracts, and this stock itself, I mean, with their price to earnings ratio, yes, it is a little expensive right now, and I think we could definitely see a pullback because of how much we've jumped just in the past 24 to 48 hours. But I think that if we do get the pullback on this stock, back below $40 is a huge steal in my opinion. Now, will we get that? I don't know. I think we're going to see a massive pullback here, and I think that if we can hold $40 and maybe fall below, I think you can go in for the long term with some shares. But like I said, start adding around $40 to $45, add some shares. If you're looking to get a portfolio of 50 shares, add 10 to 15 shares here, add 10 to 15 more if it gets closer to 40, add another 10 to 15 if it drops below, and keep adding until you have that total of 50 shares. That's an easy win for Palantir for the long term. I like the odds moving forward that Palantir is a great winner in the long term, but also in the short term, let's make some money off of these trades. This is a great opportunity right here with the stock being up just in the past couple days, the way that has been trading, massive moves to the upside off of earnings here. As you can see, we were just trading at $41 the other day, jumped up to 48, and then during the day we jumped from 48 all the way up to 51, and then continued rallying several days onward up to 55, and then today finally hit that top at $56. So let's see what happens moving forward with Palantir. I really, really like the odds that this one pulls back because it's been rallying for so much or so hard right now, and I think that if we get a little pullback on it, I think we can start to put some money into that for the long term. All right, now that I got your attention, if you're really watching this video, ticker symbol SFM, Sprouts Farmers Market. Now, this stock you've probably not heard of, and if you have, well, congratulations, you have done your research and due diligence. This is a sleeping giant, my friends. This over the past year, I can pull it back a little bit further here. This stock over the past year has been on a massive massive rally, starting the year down here at $49, finishing right now at $142. Yes, we're close to all-time highs in this one, and just reported a massive earnings update, and I wish I got into this one a little bit sooner because it has been on such a beautiful trending pattern, staying above this red SMA line, which is our overall direction of which way the stock is trading. It is a beautiful setup play, and I think that this SFM, Sprouts Farmers Market, is a great stock. I did a little bit of research into it. It's more of organic. It's like a Whole Foods, if you know what that is, type of stock, or type of company rather. And the stock itself actually hasn't been reporting the best earnings at the start of the year, but the past 2 quarterly earnings were reporting at 94 cents, and then today, or the other day, they reported 91 cents earnings per share, but they beat on the estimate for full fiscal year 2024, which was a huge jump for them as well. And moving forward, they have a very, very strong outlook into 2025, which was also a big talking point that the CEO brought up on that one. And if I pull up the price target here, we can see that SFM is definitely one that is not looked upon as much as some of the other stocks in this sector, or in this conglomerate rather. SFM has a low price target of $76, and the highest price target on some of these analysts are at $135. So yes, you could say it's extremely high right now based on just that information. But if we take a look at their price to earnings ratio, it has a 39, so extremely low for the way that the stock is trading right now, because technically back at the beginning of the year, this was easily less than a 20 on the PE ratio. So the way that it's trading right now, yes, is a little hot, but I think that it's a good name to watch out for. It's had a very, very strong and powerful move, and for the month of November, if we get a little pullback on this one, it seems to anytime there's a dip, rally, dip, rally, dip, rally, dip, rally. It tends to do this stair-stepping pattern throughout the year. It's a great long-term stock, in my opinion. Doing some more research on it now, but just look at the way the stock trades. It's a great opportunity to make some money on a swing or even short-term trade. Next stock on our list we have is Visa, ticker symbol V. Now this is a great payment method stock to get into, similar to MasterCard in the way that it moves in the market. You got to get into one of these payment method stocks. You either got to do MasterCard, Visa, or why not both? Visa, personally, I love this one. I've been in it for a while. It was in a rocky pattern for the past couple months, but since then, we have jumped out of this rut down about 250, 260. We jumped off of that and ran up to almost $300 before pulling back. And then just the other day, we reported earnings, which really took this thing to the next level, finally jumping through that 300 barricade the other day. And now it's at $309. Now, Visa is a great long-term play, in my opinion, and it's really, really fun to trade off of because you get these really, really volatile days when the market itself could be down. But Visa takes a tear and rips up the market and does really, really well running or falling the other way, depending on how you want to trade it. Like today, the market was ripping, but it fell a 0.5%. So you really got to watch the way that Visa and MasterCard play because they also play off of each other. Visa, for the long term, is, my opinion, a great stock to diversify your portfolio. And for the month of November, I think that right now we got to watch out for this one because it's a great play as well. And my last stock on the list is ARM, ticker symbol ARM. Now, this is a great play to have in your portfolio if you want to get into the AI space. And right now, this is actually a relatively good priced stock. The stock right now is trading at $150. After we had a massive rally up to $188, we pulled back very, very hard, especially when Nvidia pulled back. And then it bounced off this $90 area and has been rallying ever since. Done very well. We just reported earnings that caused the stock to jump today and is up 4.5% right now. So the stock itself is trading very, very well. It's at a decently traded price. According to price targets, the low price target is $100. The higher end price target is up to $180. So we have room to run around that middle section right now of where we're trading at versus where the price target analysts are put at. So there's a lot of opportunity for this one. ARM itself trades like Nvidia, trades like AMD, a lot of these AI semiconductor chip names. So I think that ARM is definitely more of a volatile type of play to go off of. I think that definitely if you want to dig deeper into this space, ARM is a great one to do so with. And the way that it's been trading for the full year, it's been doing very, very well. We started the year around $66 and finished at highs around $188. So we'll see what the next 2 months bring. But I think for the month of November, you're getting a good deal on this name right now. I think you could start adding into this portfolio for your ARM positioning. And then from there, you can either trade it or invest it for the long term, whatever you're looking to do. But I think there's a lot of opportunities with ARM. It follows what Nvidia and AMD does. You just got to be careful with the AI bubble and make sure that if there is such thing as an AI bubble, which I don't think it's really a bubble we're in, rather than just a movement, we got to be able to trade off of that and make moves with our account off of that. So make sure we're not too heavily invested into the AI space, but I think that ARM is another great one that you should invest into for the long term, but it's also great with huge swings and different opportunities in the short term to make trades off of. So there you go. I gave you guys 6 stocks to go off of. So let me know in the comments down below what your favorite stock was. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can also leave them in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.